Hello and welcome to the Feminine Forecast, a weekly reading designed to help light workers and healers align to collective energy so that they can show up and serve with more love and less struggle. This is the forecast for the month of January, but I'm also going to be covering the entire year as well. So a lot to get through today. I tried to keep it brief. If you are new to me and you are new to the forecast, I'm your host, Karen Monaco. I'm a mystic and intuitive guide here to support the divine feminine in stepping fully into her spiritual mission and confidently expressing her soul's magic. This week on the forecast, I'm talking about how it's all coming together. So we have the energy of 2022 that I'll be talking about, which holds the vibration of the Lovers, card number 6. And then I'm also going to share about January's energy, which holds the vibration of 7, or the Chariot. And then if you stay with me until the end, I'm going to talk about how I am saying goodbye to some of my services. Before we get into the meat of this week's forecast, I want to let you know 2 things. So back in 2021, when I started the forecast, I was doing them weekly. And in 2022, I have decided to drop that down to bi-weekly. So I'll be releasing them every other week. I have some other big projects that I really want to get done, and I'm going to use that time really expressing or working on them, having fun with those services, those new things that I'm putting together for everyone. The second thing I want to share with you, if you haven't already, go over to my YouTube channel. You can find me at Lightworker Karen. I released annual zodiac forecasts for all 12 zodiac signs. Piece together your sun, your moon, your rising, and you'll get a pretty clear idea of what is coming towards you or what you are working with in 2022. I had a lot of fun putting those together, gave me a lot of insight, a lot of downloads about how I can serve, and I am looking forward to sharing that with you over the next couple of months. But let's go ahead and grab our planners, grab our date books, maybe pull out your phone, because these are some astrological events you want to have on your calendar just to be mindful of as we journey through the month of January. So first up, we are starting the month off with a new moon in Capricorn, which is on January 2nd. And what you basically want to do is consider what exactly it is you are working towards. Venus retrograde is still on everybody's radar, the very revealing and eye-opening Venus retrograde is happening until January 28th, though that shadow period is going to last until early March. And a beautiful resource to dip into and really feel into is the heart-to-heart that I had with my beautiful, amazing, smart, funny, gifted friend, Jessica Alejandro. I have so many adjectives I could use to describe her magic, but we had so much fun recording it. And I know a lot of people have sent me little emails and little notes about how much they enjoyed it as well. We have Mercury going retrograde January 14th. So take a look at your communication and your technology. How can you pull back? How can you disconnect from device addiction over the next couple of weeks? It's going to serve you immensely in that retrograde period. And then about halfway through the month, we have the full moon in Cancer, which is going to be quite interesting because the unconscious will be made conscious. So get ready to see some areas that you may have overlooked in your healing, and just get ready to show up to that. The work is never done. All right, but now let's talk about 2022. It is the year of the Lovers. Now, if you're curious about how I find the card for each year or each month, I add up the numbers, the digits in the year, for example. So 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 is the card of the Lovers. I had somebody ask me about it and I realized I had never shared that. So now you know. But the Lovers, I know that this is a year that so many of us have been working towards, and I know I have a really good feeling about it. I know a lot of the light workers and healers that I am connected with on a more personal level are also feeling this as well. What we're going to start to see happen in 2022 is a lot of our desires start to manifest. a lot of that work that we've done, that we've, the energy that we've, or the time and the energy that we've spent healing, we're going to start to see it reflected back. And what we really want to keep in mind as we journey through the next 12 months is that we want to continue with this connection, continue to develop it with self, our higher selves, and source. So regardless of what is transpiring externally, and there's going to be quite a bit, to be completely honest, rather than stay focused on that and overly immersed in that, go within and lean into spirit. Don't forget those practices that you started with, those things that you have found work when it comes to getting your downloads, aligning to your higher path, and stepping forward as the light worker that you are here to be. The Year of the Lovers is also going to find us integrating polarities. So continuously showing up and asking, how can you hold center as you bring together your light and shadow aspects? We've spent a lot of time dipping into those darker parts of ourselves, doing the healing, speaking to them, letting them speak to us to find out why they're there and what they need. In 2022, we take those darker aspects and we utilize them to fortify our light so that we can burn brighter and serve stronger. Now, with this integrating of polarities within ourselves as individuals, we're also going to be witnessing an extreme amount of division within the collective. And what Spirit is really calling you to do, as someone who has said, yes, I will be a part of the change, yes, I will step forward, is to really consider how you can be a part of unity, how you can really play a role in bringing the planet back to love. And because of this division, we're going to see a brand new wave of volunteers catalyzed. So there have never been more people awakening, healing, showing up on the planet than there are right now. And that is why so many people have walked before us, and so many of us have been catalyzed previously. So really consider, how will you step forward and lead? How will you do the work that you said that you would come here and do in 2022? Such amazing energy. Got to take a little breather there for a second. Now, with the energy of 6, we're also shown our core karmic lessons in 2022. And they are the 6s in tarot. So we have the 6 of Cups, which is really about inner child healing. And this isn't just, I have an entire guide on inner child healing. I will drop it down in the description in the show notes. So definitely check that out over on my blog. But this isn't just about playing. It's not just about having fun and getting back to the things you did as a little person. It actually has a lot to do with truly stepping forward and reparenting that inner child, the one that lashes out, the one that has no boundaries, the one that gives in. And everybody's karmic lesson is going to have a shade of this, and it's up to you, or maybe you get some support in identifying it and doing that work. 6 of Swords. I always confuse this one with the 6 of Wands in this deck, but the 6 of Swords, when I first started reading tarot, I didn't love 6 of Swords, and it was really because I didn't understand the truest meaning. But the 6 of Swords lets us know that it is time to go forth into calmer waters, make the peaceful transitions, let go, release, surrender once and for all. Because there's a rainbow, there's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow just waiting for you. And you can tap into that. You can start to really source that in 2022. Now we also have the 6 of Wands, which is my victory card. Okay, so expect good things to happen. I don't know if you can hear it, but my little dog Sebastian is behind me scratching at the door, trying to get in. So I do apologize if there's any of that background noise there. But the 6 of Wands is my victory card. Expect to start seeing some good things happen in your life. Expect your efforts to pay off. Yeah, I just took a look at my notes. And yeah, favorable outcomes is really the energy of that Six of Wands. So I recently was talking to somebody and they were talking about karma and only really acknowledging the negative side or the quote unquote bad karma. And so a loving, very loving reminder, karma is neither good nor bad. It just is. It is the way in which the universe works. Okay, so just as much as we can say there are karmic lessons and they can be heartbreaking and eye-opening and awful, there is also beautiful ones, and they are coming your way in 2022. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is really about balance. What you give, you receive. So just consider, what is it that you are putting out into the world and what is it that you hope to get back? And stay present with that equal energetic exchange. If you want to go deeper with this core karmic lesson, here's a little card spread that you can do. So first of all, you're going to grab your tarot deck and you're going to pull out those sixes. So you're going to pull out the Six of Wands, Swords, Pentacles, and Cups. And then flip them over so you can't see which one is which, and just drop in and see which one is speaking to you, which one is calling to you. That one is going to be your core karmic lesson. So then you'll flip it over, see which one you are receiving. The second card, you're going to give it some context. So pull a clarifier, get a little bit more information about maybe where this is showing up in your life, what it's going to impact, what abundance, what miracle, what blessing might be coming your way. And then you can go ahead and pull a third card. How can you stay open to this lesson? Lessons are not always bad. Pause, scroll back, or rewind. Lessons are not meant to be bad. They're not meant to make us suffer. It's our attachment to the outcome that makes us feel that way. And then pull a card. What's on the other side of the lesson? So if you stay open, what is it that you're going to be coming through? What is it you're going to be receiving on the other side? And if you're interested, I actually have this spread as a recorded pick a card for members of Wild Hearted Collective and Member Circle. You can drop down into the links below and learn more about how to join. All right, so let's jump into January, which is the energy of the Chariot. So the Chariot is all about getting focused. Sorry, had to just let Sebastian in. So it's all about getting focused. You're going to really want to spend some time over the next couple of days setting some heart-aligned intentions and goals for January. And maybe even you go a little bit bigger and you look at what are those bigger goals and intentions and desires for the entire year. Make sure they feel good. Make sure they feel right for you and for where you want to go. I often see some of the feminine doing a lot of things because they have not yet stumbled into the idea that just because they're busy doesn't mean it's productive or effective or getting them any closer to where they want to go. Now with the Chariot, you're also going to want to regularly and routinely drop in and connect for guidance and direction and insights and downloads. The simple practice of what do I need to do, or what do you need to do every single morning, every single day. You can do it while you're brushing your teeth. You can do it while you're sipping your morning coffee. Every single morning dropping in, oh my gosh, the strength of your intuition is going to compound over, challenge yourself to do it over 30 days and just see what happens. But here's the thing. So once you get that download, once you get that focus, you have to follow through. Consider it a step a day is going to put you closer to your vision so that you're no longer just dreaming about one day when I get to such and such, or one day when I make whatever. It's going to be in the here and now. Deepening resource to work with the Chariot's energy. This month, I am releasing an acceptance and intention workshop over in Wild Hearted Collective. It is the monthly release. So you would get instant access to that. You can learn how to join down in the video description or the show notes. And then we also have the themes of 2022, pick a card. So get a very clear idea of what each month holds for you in 2022 with this pick a card. So that was the feminine forecast for the week. I'm going to now just introduce you to a couple of changes that I'm making in my services. So single soul support sessions, those one-off sessions, they're going to be available only until January 15th. If you want to grab one for later in the year, do it now, because those single soul support sessions are going away. If you are a member of the Wild-Hearted Collective, that doesn't apply to you. As members, one of your benefits is going to continue to be a single session. So not a package, not anything else. Okay, link again below. And then the Wild-Hearted Collective is going to get a price increase starting on January 28th. Over the past 2 years, that resource library has significantly grown, and I want to make sure that the price reflects that. When you join, you get access to a ton of pick-a-cards, a ton of meditations, workshops. You get access to my circle of high vibe, incredible women. And it's time. We haven't done it in a while, and I'm doing it in 2022. So maybe you are new around here. Maybe you're like, I've never heard of the Wild-Hearted Collective, or maybe you just want to hear a little bit more about it again, because you're on the fence. I totally get it. It's still a big investment of your time, of your energy, not just your money. So Wild-Hearted Collective, listen up, because in 2022, we're speaking exclusively and we're committing to serving our mission. Sometimes we talk about other topics, or sometimes we've talked about other topics in the past, but we are going full speed to showing up and being the light and doing the work that we came here to do. So if you're feeling that, come on in. It's for women who are ready to have a consistent spiritual practice. So spiritual practice starts to come first, not last on that to-do list. It's for women who really long to sit in circle with like-minded women or like-minded souls. Community is everything on the spiritual journey. And if you don't have one, I welcome you to join mine. And it's also for people who are just straight up devoted to doing their own healing and loving others as they do theirs. And I can't stress that enough. We love our sisters when they are showing up and they are being the light. And we love our sisters just as much when they're going through the shadows, when they're doing that darker healing work. What's included? Library of spiritual tools and resources. Okay, that's what I was talking about earlier. There are, I think, 20 plus modules at this point. Actually, I think there's 24. Lots and lots and lots of stuff for you to dive into. Every single month I go live in our Facebook group and I do a service-centered pick a card. We have a supportive sisterhood, and it's full of women who are doing the work. These women are showing up to their spiritual journey. They're not talking about doing the work, they are doing the work, okay? And it's because of that, it's a container for your healing and your expansion. And part of what's included is ongoing guidance and help from me. I show up in our Facebook group every single day. I go live twice a month. And a lot of women, like I said, you're going to have access to those single soul support sessions, which will only be available in there. So I highly recommend that you just drop in and ask, does that feel aligned to me, to where I'm at and where I'm going? Is it time for you to fully step into your role as a light worker? Be honest with yourself. Don't be shy. Don't let fear stand in the way. That's kind of why we got community going on up in there. Are you willing to shine your light and dance in your shadow? Okay. We don't overlook the healing. We don't bypass the wounds, the deep feelings. We show up to it. Do you want to support others and be held in your own process? So it's a reciprocal thing. Not only are you there for other people, but they are there for you. And I know a lot of women have formed some really powerful and amazing friendships in that circle. And then I think this is the one that a lot of people struggle with. Are you ready to make an investment in your spiritual mission? So one of my beautiful members, I think Jill has been in the membership for 18 months. I think almost everybody in the membership at this point has been, nope, most of them have been in for about 2 years. So Jill says, Karen's Wild-Hearted Collective has been such a transformative and supportive group for me over the years. She has restored my faith in faith. What I love even more is that she is not a gatekeeper to the divine, instead supports members in building their own spiritual connection. If you've been searching for something more, this may be it. And Jill is a fantastic writer. You can find her over on Instagram at Storyteller Soul. So if you're interested in joining, go ahead and check the links. If you have some questions, go ahead and hit me up, info@KarenMonaco.com. I am happy to share what it is that I can with you about this, about the space, about the circle, and the resources that you're offered. All right, my loves. So that is the Feminine Forecast, the first one of 2022. Please stay in touch. Find me over on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Lightworker Karen. Say hi, let me know how you are doing, and I will see you next time.